Hey guys, it's Mike. Welcome back to the channel. Today is Friday, so TGIF. Today's video, it's actually a recording that I did back in July. It was July 2nd, so it was a Friday. I felt compelled to record that video because it was just in my spirit to do so. Friday the 2nd would have been the starting weekend of 4th of July, and you know, during holidays, you know, want to spend time with your friends and family, and you don't really care to be at work. Well, I should say I don't care to be at work. But that weekend I was going to be working, and prior to that there were a few things that were already going on with the company that I work for now that I started to realize this isn't right. So when I left work, I just said to hell with it. This is going to be my first video on YouTube, and I'm going to record it, and I'm going to put it all out there. I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to be honest. And in this video you're about to see, that's what I did. However, it wasn't the first video that I posted up. If you saw my last video, it was an intro video to my channel talking about what content you're going to see and pretty much be a part of my journey. I felt like I needed to give you guys more context to what you're about to see in this first video, why I felt the way that I did. It's really important to know that when you're not in a good place, or how can I say this? It's not easy to be the best of anything, being the best employee, to be the best friend, to be that best partner, to be any title that you're associated with. It's really hard to be at your best in any of that when your spirit is constantly being attacked every fucking day. And I know it sounds dramatic, and you're probably wondering, well, what the hell does that mean? Well, in the video that you're about to see, you will understand a little bit more. And after, when that video is done, I could kind of give you a little bit more insight on why I am currently in this place right now, or why do I feel the way that I feel right now in terms of my position and where I am in my life right now and what I'm seeking. So without any further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, I normally don't do this. I don't like recording myself and everything like that. I definitely felt like I needed to do this video. You know, you guys don't know me, but I think like the rest of the world is just at a point where I'm just tired of the bullshit. And you know, the bullshit of the day-to-day. I mean, I know it's called life, you know, we gotta work and everything, and we gotta provide, you know, for ourselves and for the people that we love and all that, but I have just come to a point where I've had to really sit down and reflect the direction of where I'm going. You know, I'm 33 years old, you know, I'm getting older, I'm not getting any younger, obviously, and so there's certain things in my life now that I think about that I didn't think about when I was in my 20s. The biggest thing for me now, more so, and I couldn't figure out what that thing was that I felt like I was missing. What it was for me is time. I live in New York, born and raised. I actually moved out of New York for about four years, lived in California, San Diego specifically, but I would hustle, I would work. I would sometimes work, you know, 2, you know, maybe 3 jobs and everything. And it's just crazy that so much time flew by. And before I knew it, I was like hitting 30, and I'm like, well, what the fuck have I done? You know, I haven't traveled, you know, didn't really do any like, you know, trips with friends or family or anything like that. Like, I just was constantly just working and working and working. And you would have thought how much I worked, I'd have had a killer ass savings account. No. I'm now at a point where I really am starting to understand that financial stability is what's really important to me. You know, I don't need to be this person that has all this money to floss. I'm really a simple guy. I don't really care about that. I more so care about being able to live life for experiences. I'm not a label whore. I'm not into all these brands and, you know, rocking, you know, Gucci, Fendi, Prada. It's not, I'm not impressed by those things. It's not something that I care about. I do care about looking good and showing up at my best for sure, but that doesn't matter to me. I really want to live my life and just have freedom of time. I think that's the biggest thing for me. And I just find myself, I feel like in work situations where I don't have, you know, freedom of time. I've worked in retail for like 13 years, and you know, retail is a fucking nightmare. You know, you're working on weekends, and you know, your schedule is really not a stable schedule. You know, it changes every week and all that. So I've done every facet of retail. Now I'm out of retail. I work for a company that, you know, import and export fruit and produce in and out the country. And in the beginning it was cool, but I now more so realize that this is also another job that could require more of my time if I let it. I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that at all. Not to twist that I'm not grateful for having a job in this climate, because, you know, it's a pandemic. This is life. Like, in this climate, I do understand that jobs are hard to come by because of the pandemic. You know, a lot of people are still out of work. A lot of people are on unemployment. A lot of people can't find work. And for me, I was able to find this job 29 days after moving back from San Diego. So, you know, there's that. You know, I'm grateful to have the job that I have, but I do know that I'm in a space right now where I want to work for myself. I've worked for so many people. I've worked for so many different type of bosses and managers, and I would have never thought to want to become an entrepreneur. But I'm on the journey of seeking different avenue, because what I'm doing right now, it's just not, it's not working out. You know, the office, the people I work with, as far as the team that I'm on, I get good support for the most part. There's just a lot of microaggression and a lot of passive aggression that I'm just not here for. You know, I work for owners that, specifically why I'm placed in the office, people have to pass by me, and it's like I'm invisible. I'm not even seen. And, you know, I know that I'm not, you know, I'm somebody, but I'm really not like anyone like that important in terms of my position. But on a basic note, I am a human being, and, you know, just a simple good morning would be nice. You know, I say good morning to people that pass by me, and it's not really the co-workers, it's more so of management. And I know you're going to be like, bitch, why are you complaining? This is everywhere you go. But I think it's important to not glaze over this, because we're in a climate right now where if the pandemic has taught anyone anything, that time is valuable. You don't get time back. You just don't. And people, you know, it's so funny. I don't remember the article, and I wish I can give this, where I see this article, I wish I can give it credit, but they talked about how a lot of people now, you know, a lot of millennials now, I'm one of them, well, not one of the people that quit, but they're quitting their jobs. They're just like, why am I coming every day to work? Why am I putting time into travel? Whatever that time looks like. For me, day to day travel, I go to work in this office Monday through Friday. Every third weekend, I do work a weekend because of the type of work that I do. I'm monitoring deliveries. So, you know, things, you know, product has to load out of the company's, you know, warehousing facility in New Jersey. So, you know, the company that or the team that I'm on, the company, you know, is open pretty much 7 days a week. So, I don't want to get into too much details about it, because this is my first video and I don't really know the rules and regulations of this, so I'm trying to be as open as possible, but not like, you know, putting shit out there.